What's the dumbest rule your school ever enforced?
Not being allowed to wear hoodies/jackets or sweaters that lacked the official school logo. I was a high school teacher for several years. Both buildings I worked in were freezing, and having admin pull students out of my classroom during a 50-minute period and giving them detention instead of letting them learn is cruel and completely unnecessary, in my opinion.
My school had 3 staircases along a very long corridor. We were banned from using the middle staircase because it got overcrowded. The ban was lifted once they realized it only made the other 2 staircases just as crowded.
If you throw snowballs, you get a 1-day suspension. The first long weekend after a snowfall, everyone would throw snowballs to get an additional day added to the long weekend.
You had to wear your ID around your neck on a rope thing. Then the choking started.
Candy canes were outlawed because you could sharpen them to a point and use them as a shiv. I went to school in rural Washington. We weren't somewhere that shankings were to be expected.
After 9/11, my school instituted a zero-tolerance policy on bullying and violence. What 9/11 had to do with bullying, I don't know. Anyways, Halloween 2001, I dressed up as the guy from Clockwork Orange. He carries a cane around. The principal pulled me aside, told me walking around with a cane could be a weapon, therefore just walking with it is an act of violence, and suspended me for a couple of days, telling me that after 9/11, we don't mess around with that kind of stuff.
Closing boys' toilets, because some cunt was stealing toilet paper. When school staff announced this stupid rule, some students actually threatened to shit on the tables then.
We had to sign a waiver before prom stating we wouldn't dance dirty. No one went to prom.
We were not allowed to have facial hair at all. Like to the point where the principal would walk around during lunch with razors and shaving cream and do stubble checks. Absolutely ridiculous, and he would send tons of us to the bathrooms to shave during lunch, no matter how small the stubble was.